Sorry, I'm eating chocolate biscuits. Trying to get a bit of sustenance in before I start the live stream. Let's just wait to see if anyone comes in. We are in a bus shelter, just staying out of the drizzle. We just made a brew. There is a road out here, so there might be the odd car going by. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, you lovely people? Does the sound okay? And just a quick sound check from anybody. Nigel, sound is all right? Good day.
Sounds good. Done a sound check, Sam.
Michelle's done a sound check.
So Nigel's in. Michael's in.
G'day, Michael, Nigel, Sue, Jennifer.
Sound is good. But Sue's just having a coffee.
We're just having a coffee, Sue. We're just got a cuppa on.
Hi, Sally.
G'day, Sally. Thank you for the donation on PayPal, Sally. That was beautiful this morning when we got up to have that. That was nice. Thank you. It's a funny day because our weather app and the BBC, the Google weather, all the apps I've got are saying it's a semi-sunny day with no rain at all. And since we got up this morning, all we've had is rain, just constant rain and wind and cold. It's like I thought it was geographically doing me the wrong location, but it isn't. Truro is the nearest town to us.
Mandy says, are you in a bus shelter?
We are in a bus shelter.
We're not catching a bus.
We're not catching a bus. No, I don't even know where the buses are going.
We're making coffee.
We're having a brew. We're having a stop.
Sue Fisher says, hi from London.
G'day, Sue.
And Sally says, you're welcome.
So it's a bit echoey in here. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But it's the same weather as yesterday, just constant drizzle. The UK has this amazing weather. It's like little raindrops that just hang in the air endlessly. So I think we call it mizzle or drizzle. And it's just, you're just constantly soaked. Oh, Michelle, can you just hold that a minute? Just point it at me so I can adjust this up because it's way down. Just going to put the sound up. Excuse me, guys. That might make a bit of noise.
It's a bit cold. When you stop walking, you get cold.
I don't wear a jumper when I'm walking. I don't wear this. I just wear one t-shirt. But when I stop, I get cold. So, coffee on. Just poured it out. Powdered milk. Nothing special. Our standards have dropped immensely. Quick bit of washing up.
No, Sean, we're not catching a bus. We're just making coffee.
We are not catching a bus, Sean. I'll not have you ring up the Cornwall bus company and report us. I know what you like. Cheers, everybody. So how is your day? I'm sure it's warmer and drier than ours.
I thought we'd do a live stream today where we weren't walking, so we can try and stay connected.
Yesterday, the live stream cut out when I was in the middle. And to be honest, way down here in Cornwall, the reception's up and down. So I thought, let's just have an early stop. We've only done about 8-9 Ks today, which is a bit frustrating.
We have done a shop.
We stopped in a little town. We had to go back on ourselves probably about half a K, 3/4 of a K to get into the little town of 3 Milestone, which turned out to be virtually a suburb of Truro. Which we didn't know. So we just walked down a road that's horrendously busy. If Ben's watching this, he'll tell me off for going down a busy road, but there was no other way around it, and it was horrible. And we've just done about, I was filming some of it, so about 35 minutes on a pretty dangerous road. Not too dangerous though. Don't worry.
So Sean said, not long now. Keep on trekking. Sunny and windy in London, off to film a local fight to save oak trees. Also in a bus stop waiting for it to arrive. Hashtag bus stop gang.
Hashtag bus stop buddies. So yeah, it's, how are you all? Any questions? Anybody want to ask any? Thank you for your support. Thank you, Sally, for your PayPal donation. Thank you to everybody else that supported us on Patreon. We had a new Patreon as well, I think, Michelle.
We did.
I'll need to get the names and things. I just saw it pop up this morning. I haven't been on to have a look. And we haven't done we haven't had a quick look. So we'll do that tomorrow. Don't worry.
So Mandy says, golly, about eight hours to go. 8
Of what?
hours? I don't know.
8 hours is tomorrow morning. We've got. Oh, is that of walking, Mandy?
Maybe. Jill Melb says,
Possibly.
walking every step with you in my armchair, not much longer. Yippee! Hi, Jill.
Hello, Mum. Love you lots.
Michael says, how many
That's
miles
horrible.
left? 30
Miles. Michael, we're about 50 kilometers. Yeah, probably about 50, maybe just over 50 kilometers. I think that's about 30 miles. So we got a strong walk today, a strong walk tomorrow, and then the last day, if we're lucky, yeah, that's what I thought, about 30 miles. If we're lucky, the last day will be a pushover. It'll be short, and we'll get there before sort of midday. Land's End before midday. That's the plan on Thursday. That's the plan. Sorry if it's a little bit wobbly. I'm trying to adjust the
that leaves us a little
stand.
bit of leeway if we don't quite get some kilometres because it goes dark like it did last night.
Michelle's a bit smelly. That's why I'm sat over here. She hasn't.
I'm Sam. It's cold this seat. Mandy just googled it, so it was 8 hours. Walking.
8 hours of walking, probably a bit more, Mandy, because you're using the Google Maps, and the Google Maps takes roads that you can't walk down, to be frank. Our plotted route, we use the Ordnance Survey app and an app called Commute to track it, and we try to stay on smaller roads. So if it says 8 hours, it's probably more. We'll do 6 hours walking today. We'll do another 6 hours. Well, we've got another 4 hours walking today. We'll do another 6 hours. The days are so short. It's so hard to get any distance done. Last night, we were hoping to get to a little town called 3 Milestone. We almost got there within maybe 1.5 kilometres, which was perfect because we found a nice little field to sleep in last night, which was good. And this morning we've walked through that town. Actually, we'd actually slightly passed it, so we had to go back, as I said before. And we are now, I don't know, in the middle of nowhere, really. There was a little town, pretty little town we were in.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was called. Chasewater, I think. That was the last town that we're in, if anybody wants to look it up.
So Sean said if they put a solar panel on a bus stop roof, you would have heated seats.
We could, rather than cold, but yeah, there's no point, Sean. You've got to combine solar panel with sun. My solar panel is actually in the bag, and it hasn't produced a watt of electricity in over a month. It's just the sun's not strong enough. So in many ways.
Ophelia says hi.
Ophelia
says, whoa, that's great. And Jessie Lee says hi.
Hello. Let me just put you down here. So let me see if I can just pop you ladles and jelly spoons over here. Oh, a little bit of ground.
So Sean says his bus is here. Catch you later. Not long now.
All right. Take care, mate.
We'll see you tomorrow, Sean.
See you tomorrow, Sean.
Don't know what time. Just so know when we get to
We're live stream tomorrow. I'm going to have a chalky biscuit. This will upset my mother. All in one, Mum. Straight in.
Now I've got to talk because his mouth is full. That's not good, is it? And now he's got to drink his coffee to wash his chalky biscuit down. We're meant to be having beef slices, but I don't feel like it just now.
No. We're going to have a Ginster beef slice. No sponsor. But it's funny because a Ginster is like a Cornish, I think it's a Cornish company, but we've been having these Cornish pasties since Scotland.
Yeah.
So, yes, barely a genuine. I would like to find a really nice Cornish pasty producer, and we will do.
Hopefully. Oh, you sat on the cold. I'm sat on my red.
A little bit of housekeeping here, everybody. I've got my little thermal mat. I'm going to pop it down here. I'm going to sit down with you.
I'm staying up here. There you go.
So we're like a couple of hobos, aren't we, Michelle? Anyone that drives past.
Yeah, I hope the bus doesn't come. We have to wave him on. We've done that before, haven't we? When we were sat in that bus shelter before.
Yeah, when you sit in bus shelters, they always think, mind you, we don't look like we're waiting for a bus. We've got, we look like we've set up home.
You could put a tent in here.
We could.
Not quite, but yeah.
No. We're getting a new sort of cadence to finding places to stop in the UK. It's funny because of the... We talked about this lockdown at the moment. The road that we've just come along is so busy. It was just like a motorway, and it was just a B road, very hard to walk along. And the towns that we've been into around here have been chock-a-block with people. But on top of that, a lot of things are not functioning. Yesterday we were in a community centre which was open, and Michelle asked the lady in the community centre if she could use the toilets, and she said, no, I can't let you in because it's, you know. So we were a bit annoyed with them because we thought, well, that's not really a community centre. But because most of these places are not functioning fully, they're not doing anything. And this is one of the big problems over here, you know, the sports facilities, the football clubs, the community centres, the places to go and play, you know, table tennis, the places for kids to go and do any sorts of sports, they're all shut. So, you know, all this month, nobody gets to do anything, and pretty much, you know, it's the way it's going to be for as far as the, if Johnson and the other schoolboys in government get their way, this will be the way. I thought it was kind of a little funny, a little political. Boris Johnson bumped into somebody in a meeting that had COVID, so now he's got to isolate for, I think, 2 weeks. I suspect the moment he comes out, he'll bump into someone else and he'll have to isolate for another 2 weeks, because he keeps, you know, and then he'll come back out, and before long, it'll be months, and he'll be self-isolating for the whole of 2021. What a complete and utter prawn. Anyway, get back on track, Steve. We're finding that some of the facilities like football clubs and community centres, which have got great sort of outside grass areas, are good to stop and camping because nobody's there. Nobody's there in the morning to sort of chase you off. So that's working out all right for us.
Well, yeah. So Sue said when we were kids and went on holiday to Cornwall, you could smell the Cornish pasties shop.
Oh.
Not yet.
Sue, I suspect I've noticed one thing. I did mention this in an Instagram post just now. Is when we were kids, Cornwall was a place to come to get away from everything, you know. It was like the quiet side of England, the West Country as they used to call it. Look at this road. This is a minor B road. This is coming off of another B road. It's a farm road, and endless. Anyway, we've noticed that so far, walking in Cornwall is just like a sprawling metropolis. It's just, there is so much traffic and so much, so little green areas left. It's a bit of a shame, and I'm a bit disappointed because, you know, the West Country of England used to be a place people would come and sort of retire and live the good life. But I think because now there's motorways and A roads coming down here, even on a day like today when nobody should be out at all, this minor road is like 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, another one, and it's another car. It's only, you know, fudge o'clock. It's nothing special. It's not like it's rush hour time. There's not people going into work. What time is it? About 11:30, and it's all day long. So what's happened to the West Country? I suspect the most you're going to actually smell if you come down here now, Sue, is the local McDonald's.
Elizabeth said it doesn't sound like the rural Cornwall of my childhood. Used to be you'd see 6 cars in an hour.
Exactly. And the road we were just on, you could see 6 cars in a second. It was just like endless.
And we were right next to an A road.
And we were next to an A road, which is a much busier road. So I don't know what's happened to Cornwall and Devon and these places. I think it's just, you know, just hold fire.
They're meant to be in lockdown, not out and about.
It's so busy.
And Nigel said, I followed a lot in Cornwall and have to agree the traffic can be crazy at busy times.
It's not a busy time. It's lockdown UK and it's 11:30 in the morning. And since we set off this morning from our little farm road, it's been endless traffic. I just think it's overcrowded. I think there's just too many. We camped on a we stopped in a field somewhere, and we were a long way off the A road or that comes down this way, one of the big A roads, and it was the constant drain of traffic, just like the constant, like almost a railway track. So
Cole says hello from Las Vegas.
G'day.
We're getting people from all over today.
We like Las Vegas, didn't we, Michelle?
Yes.
And we never went in a single casino. We're not great casino fans, but we like Las Vegas. I just thought it was a great town, a sort of really interesting place to be. I have to be honest. I've never put a tuppenny piece into a slot machine, so it doesn't interest me. But I like the town. It's got loads of character, if not just lots of sort of fully grown men walking around in diapers. And
so Elizabeth said maybe it's people who moved out of the cities and people who retired to the country. It's not really a rural area anymore.
No, I think I don't know what it's like as we get, but we're only 50 kilometres, as we said, 30 miles from the very end of Cornwall, so it's not as if there's much more of it left. But I think it's probably overpopulated now. And with overpopulation, of course, almost nobody that lives here is probably from this area anymore. But no, it's still pretty. If take away the grey skies and the constant drizzle, you can still it's still pretty. But I suspect it's overpopulated. Where is that noise coming from? Who are these people? It's an old puffin tractor, yeah. Who are these people? That's what they should be saying. Who are we? That's what they should be saying in Cornwall. Who are we? Because it's going to lose its identity. One of the things is I was thinking before, a farmer it was in a real old puffin billy. I was thinking before, the population of the UK is dropping at quite a rate if you take all the people here, immigrants and otherwise. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about, people that originally from the UK. But even if you take the immigrant levels, the population level is dropping, except for immigration, where they're still See, the government are not interested in, lower populations don't bring in more taxes. So they've got to keep bringing in more people because they want more tax. But the problem is, from what I can see down this way, you're full. You're completely full. And what do you want to do? Just move everybody into more rural northern areas so they become like this? I don't think so. Anyway, that's my little...
Mandy said, will you be going back home for Christmas?
Mandy, I'm not sure. It's both expensive and complicated.
And the schoolboy in charge of Melbourne, as he said, we go to Europe.
No, our school children that run Victoria are also not sure whether we're allowed back yet. So,
Don't want to give us too much notice.
We need some change. Great change. Anyway, so...
We don't know, Mandy. We're just finishing the walk. And then
we are not any longer planning to be back for Christmas because everything seems to be stacked against it. As I've spoken with my mother back in Melbourne, there's a possibility we won't, but it doesn't matter, At the end of the day, if we're all grown up, as we say, we can have Christmas in January. We'll go back there when things are a bit easier, maybe. We'll decide. But it's also really hard to plan. I never knew this bus yet was going to be so busy. We just moved out of a bridleway just down the road here. We've come off of a bridleway which was just all mud and rocks, and I thought this was a minor road. Anyway, so where was I?
From
Christmas, we'd love to be back.
It's really hard.
But I don't want to get back to Melbourne and go into any sort of lockdown, any sort of quarantine. I'm not interested in that. Now, I would get angry with them, I would probably break it, to be honest. I'm not interested in being controlled by any jumped up, ridiculous little plebs that have been asked to, haven't even really been asked, that have selected themselves to run these places.
And as Sue said, there's no bus.
Don't worry, Sue, there'll be 6 along in a minute.
Oh, they will. We did see on that road we were walking, loads of buses going to Truro.
Yeah.
Double-decker buses, they weren't full.
All going to Truro, nobody in them. Every bus that passed us, we must have seen 6 buses in 20 minutes. All double-deckers, all empty.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be our penultimate day, is that correct?
Ooh, yes, that's correct.
Today is the 3rd day before the end of our walk. Tomorrow is the 2nd day. We will definitely be doing a live stream. The friends of ours in the US, I know this is not a good time for you, so you'll probably be watching this later on. We will probably be doing the live stream arriving in Land's End at a similar time, maybe a little bit later than this, so it won't be a great time for a lot of our buddies over in the US. Apologies for that, unless you're up in the middle of the night and you decide to watch.
We'll know more at the end of tomorrow night because we'll know how much we've got to do. So
Yeah.
we can vaguely work it out and maybe give you a heads up as to what time, but there's no guarantee it's going to be that time.
No, we can't change, short of, holding back for 3 or 4 hours. So we'll just arrive when we arrive, the video will go up when it goes up, and please, if you get a chance to celebrate with us, it'll be great.
We'll have a little party.
Have a little party. And, okay, so we're going to finish, Michelle, and
Yes, let's try and get the case done.
we've got to get walking again. It is really hard.
Yeah.
It is really hard to
It's meant
motivate.
to be 2 days of okay weather. Tomorrow is meant to be a bit rainy and windy.
The
I don't know
wind,
about
the
next
wind is
day.
in our face. The weather is cold. The skies are steely grey, and the air is full of a sort of constant drizzle.
It was reasonably mild last night, though.
Yeah, we were quite
Quite
warm last night.
surprised,
We were
yes.
actually this morning. I think Michelle and I though when we stay in the hotel, we have to open the windows and turn the heating off because I think we're both conditioned now to living in the freezing bloody cold. Anyway. So, any questions there, Michelle, we've missed before we say goodbye?
I think I've kept up with everybody today.
All right, love to you all, and we will see you tomorrow for the penultimate live stream,
Oh, there's a big one just
and we will also see you on the next day for the final live stream of this walk. Anyway,
It says, good on you guys for enjoying the drizzle. I've got to go because the kids are woken up. Christmas is from Nova Scotia. I'll take you out to Digby Scallops if you're ever out this way.
thank you very much. And if you want to chuck us the cost of a coffee, I know I keep asking about this. I'll get something out of you eventually. If you want to chuck the cost of a coffee or breakfast or anything else, you can go to paypal.me/thanks Steve, 2 S's in the middle, and you don't even need a PayPal account. You can use any card at all. Thank you very much, and thanks for those that have supported us so far. We will see you tomorrow. Love from a bus shelter in Cornwall.
Bye.